Hello and welcome to another Mercenary Tank video. This is the SmoothMan. And before we get into it, I just want to ask Killers05, is this tank worth bothering with? And I don't answer. Would you pay gold for it?
Right, well, I'll come to that. I'll answer another question I'm going to ask myself. What is it made of?
Oh, okay.
Right, so we'll start with that one. It's got the engine out of a stock T-34.
Yeah,
it's also got a top gun off the T-34, the 76mm F-54 gun. Yeah, no. It's got a Renault G1 hull, the French Tier 5 medium tank, and it has a stock turret off an M4 Sherman.
This stock stuff doesn't sound good, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of stock stuff in there. It shows. It does show.
It does show.
That's what it's made up of, basically. As you can look, it's not one of the most aesthetically pleasing of the Mercenaries. I know they're not generally that good looking, but this thing's quite...
Is that kind of like proper spaced armour on side? Does it work?
I mean, it looks how it plays, if that makes sense. Boring.
Okay.
But we'll come to that. We'll go into more detail. So let's have a look at its credentials. It's got 480 brake horsepower from that V2 engine. Not overly bad. And then we get the poor 76mm S54 gun, 10 rounds a minute and only 115 damage. Decent pen though, 125, you can say that for it, 156.
10 rounds a minute?
Yeah, we'll come back to that. 2.7 aim time, 0.39 accuracy. 30 turret traverses, turret first, all traverse. And then the armour on the turret, the M4 turret, 76mm frontal is the most you're going to get.
No.
330 view range?
No.
450 metre signal range.
Wow, that's pretty poor.
It's just underwhelming so far. Everything's extremely underwhelming.
You know what they've done? They've left room for a massive buff, haven't they?
Yeah,
massive.
Yes, again, we'll say they do this now. Instead of nerfing everything when they come out, they're going to bring out everything terrible and buff it. And there's that crew, Blood Falcon crew. Blood Falcon.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you what his name was.
Blood Falcon.
Blood
and he
Falcon.
comes with Brothers in Arms, as we've just seen, and Adrenaline Rush. Straight away, got rid of Adrenaline Rush. Won't about that. Second time, we've had it a couple of days, it's come with the old
Brothers in Arms. Wonder why.
I don't know, it seems to be a trait that they put on. So
makes you wonder why.
I'm just thinking, what the hell can I put on this tank?
I'd put.
I'll just put repairs on it.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but I was going to say camo, but you don't really need camo.
No, it's not a great camo rating, so we're going to need not too many. You'd be surprised how little it has. I just mentioned it's got a fairly decent pen for Tier 5.
Cheap.
Not too bad. 2,400 for a premium round. Remember, this is Tier 5, so that is probably just about average. So
I quite like Tier 5, you know. I do actually like playing
tier. It's a fun tier to play.
Yeah.
So, we'll come back to that in a bit. So, equipment-wise, what we're going to put on it straight away.
You're going binos?
You're going to have to put a gun rammer on it. 10 rounds a minute, it's just not going to cut it. Not with 115 damage.
6 seconds?
Yeah, 6 seconds. Vents, out you can just to get that reload down and that aim time down. Toyed with idea. Let's have a look. What else is the? We'll stick some coated optics on it.
6 seconds.
Yeah, 6 second reload.
What's a 131? 4.5.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he is at Tier 7. You are at Tier 5.
He is OP in Tier 7.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. So you can't be doing it at Tier 5, can you?
6 seconds.
Yeah, but we'll come back to that. That's an argument for another day. Stick some camo on it.
You're going to throw some coin at it?
It does actually improve the tank for once on this.
It does actually. I quite like those camos on them. Yeah.
It's one of the biggest, I think, you've got camo tanks at the Mercenary. You can actually see a lot more of it than normal.
I noticed you're doing it only for 7 days. Didn't you fancy the gold or the 30 days?
No. There's no reason to play Mercenary Tank, so why would I want to put more than 7 days?
They could do with like a 3-day one, couldn't they? Or 2 days. You're 1.
Yeah, just an hour. Give me an hour.
Give me 15 minutes of camo.
Silver, you can have it for an hour. And there's talking of silver. How much is this tank worth? But we'll come back to that because we're going to go through the stats. 480 brake horsepower, 14 power to weight ratio. Yeah. Okay. 40 kilometres an hour. That sounds decent, but at Tier 5, it's not. 12 kilometres an hour backwards. Yeah, there we go. 6 second reload on that gun.
That's awesome.
2.7 aim time, which is not too bad. You can live with it. 0.39 dispersion is not great. 8 degrees of gun depression and 17 elevation. Yeah, it's not screaming brilliance out at you at this point, is it? Camo ratings again, 0.25. It's not bad, and 0.19. This isn't a stealth machine by any means. Signal range is poor again as well, 415 metres. There's your ammunition you can stock into it.
Yeah, look at that ammo, man.
I mean, the HE rounds are not bad, 39 penetration, and just put your damage up to 165, so do keep a fair few in just in case. But again, I hate to say it, this is another mercenary tank that says it's tier 5 on its label. Sees a hell of a lot of tier 6 and 7 matches. Hell of a lot.
That's not good.
No. Armour wise, it's just not. We know the G1's not famous for its armour, and neither is the Sherman, and that's what you've got.
They're not blessed with it,
all
are they, like
front
you say?
is 60 mil. That's the most you're going to get there. 60 outside, 60 out rear, and then your turret's got 76 on its front, 51 on side and rear, and you can see that there.
Okay.
So you've not got a lot to work with in that regard.
Have you seen a tier 3 game in this?
As I've seen a couple of tier 3. One of the video we've got coming up is a few tier 3 tanks.
Tier 3 tanks, isn't it?
But don't really want to see them. I'll explain why later.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes it's better to have a tier 7 match in it. And I'll tell you why.
Are you saying about gravy? There's lots of gravy in tier 7.
Not in that regard. Not as the way you think you'd want a tier 7 match. I'll explain. It takes some explaining, but I will explain it when it comes to it. So this first match we've got, a bit dark. You don't like your dark maps, do you? It's the new.
It's for the visual, to be fair. Visual.
Usual tier 5 team you get here. Teammates start shooting at me again.
Oh, no, not again. Has he got wargaming tag?
I think it is actually the enemy artillery just having a few pops at this hill.
Okay.
Good place to try and get a few shots, but you can see that the old heavy tanks. Wow, I got lucky there. The old heavy tanks are just sitting.
Not kidding.
Right in the middle of the map. It's a good place to be as an heavy tank. Sit right there. Don't come up that hill. You need to take that hill basically. It'd be advantageous, but we've decided not to. So I'm going to try and push this hill. I've not got much qualities. Straight up SmoothMan. What qualities have I got? What can I use?
Dramatic pause. Go on then.
I've got nothing. I've got nothing. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. What do I do in this thing? There's nothing. I've got no armour. I've got no armour to work with straight away. I've got a little bit of gun depression. What I've got is decent pen. That's nothing. Well, I've got a decent pen, which is one of the highest pens you're going to get from a tier 5 medium. But then I'm going to come straight back in with negatives. Armour's garbage. Just keep going with it. It's terrible.
I'm listening.
330 metre view range, which is nearly 20 metre less than any other tier 5 medium
You have
tank.
no laugh.
330. This thing's blind. Can't see
Well,
a
you bounced
thing.
somewhere.
Yeah, that's amazing. Shield M4 war here going off. I'm just trying to minimise what you can see on me. It's amazing what you can bounce on it sometimes.
Are you doing well? Say it's poo.
So, yeah, but the pen's not bad on the gun. It's one thing it's not, but you're going to see that actually come in now, is it?
Oh, are you
I
adding?
can't blame it there, we're half aimed out, but one more shot.
So technically you can go hull down in this?
No.
No.
No, you can't. You can't.
Couldn't predict that.
It's going to be a swine all this game. That damn tier 3 tanks is going to be a swine all this game.
It's
going to get me a fair bit of block damage as this game goes on.
It's probably small.
Bloody
Can't hit him.
Anyway, not only that has it got no armour, not only is it blind it can't see anything,
Okay.
not only has it got woeful DPM, but I'll come back to that in a minute when we talk more about the gun, it also has a measly 438 points. You're talking that kind of hit points is stock tier 5 medium hit points.
Wow.
Next lowest, you're talking probably 450 on your Type T34, and you can go up anything to the premium tier 5 mediums like your Black Prince, Matilda, 610.
So you mentioned
610.
the Rampans.
I'm not even going to mention Rampans because Rampans is just.
Okay. It's tier 5.
Yeah, I know it's a tier 5 medium, but it shouldn't be, should it? Let's be honest.
That's not nerf
so
it, mate.
that gun. I mean, look at this. Look at that reload. Even with the perks we've got, the gun ram, we're still only just below 5 seconds. So we've managed to get that DPM above. If you're running this just completely standard, no perks, no gun ram or anything like that, you're getting 10 rounds per minute at 115 damage. You've got, you ready for this? The DPM?
Yeah, go on.
It doesn't take much of a mathematician to work out. 1,150. A DPM of 1,150, and this is what I was mentioning about, do you want to see tier 3 tanks? You've got no armour, then things don't struggle to pen you, and they can out DPM you to hell, and you're only talking you've got 60 more hit points than some tier 4 mediums.
I realise that now. Okay.
So, I mean, just to put this into comparison,
the
T34, which gun you use, everyone knows you don't use a 76mm gun, you use a 57mm gun if you've got a T34. You do not put this gun on it. The DPM for the 57mm this gun is 2,217. That's before you put any kind of perks, vents or anything on that tank. So it has over 1,000 more damage per minute in the same tier and same class tank as this. And that T34 is not even the highest DPM you get at tier 5 medium.
But you're never going to get someone to stay in front of you for a minute.
I think the next lowest DPM is something like 1,300 and something at tier 5 mediums. You've got 200 less damage per minute than the next lowest.
This is bad.
You've got no. It's not like, oh well, we ain't got the DPM, but we've got God knows how much armour. We can drive around and bounce every shot.
Yeah.
No, you can't. I mean, this game's a bit of an anomaly. I don't know what the Covenant seems to be shooting at, but he seems to just be able to get me tracks every single time. There you go, Bishop just kills himself for no reason.
Did it ages ago?
Yeah. It actually works in the game. There we go.
Wow.
You've got to angle it.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about, angling.
You don't need to zoom
shots coming out. I think most of this we racking up off that tier 3 tank destroyers.
Oh, okay.
He may even be stocked. Here's my friendly BDR friend.
Oh,
he's had an epic game, and we'll see that at the end. Just
what's he doing behind you?
He's hiding away with all his armour.
So I asked you before, is it worth buying this with gold?
No, I really wouldn't. There's more tanks out there that are open on the Mercenary line that are worth grinding out, and this should be bottom of your priority list at this moment.
Don't buy it.
No, I won't even bother grinding it unless you've got nothing else to do and you enjoy grinding out the tank. If you're wanting one that's fun to play, don't go this. This is just not fun.
Wow, it's very negative, man. What else did we ask? Is it worth grinding then?
Again, I refer to my previous answer. If you've got nothing else to do and enjoy doing it, again, it's the same hoops you've got to jump through. I sound like a broken record when I do these Mercenaries.
Why, you got to do French lights?
No, I think you can use them at some point on it, but I would be lying if I could remember when. The same, let's get an Arcada, let's get a duelist medal. Every single op is exactly the same. Jumping through the same hoops, it gets a bit tedious in the end. I wish you'd just mix it up a bit. It can't take that much to mix up. Try and get a different medal for God's sake. Just mix it up. Use heavy tanks or something like that. Use artillery. There's not one I think you can use artillery on, other than like the low ones where you can use near enough every tank on them.
Why don't you even do mastery badges? Get a mastery badge in something.
Mix it up, something, please. Because I mean, the eye calibers are so broken at the minute they're hard to
they're not
duelist. You'd like, he shot me, I've shot him, and I've killed him, and I've done it twice, and I still ain't got a duelist medal. I don't know what's going off. I really don't.
I think they're called glitches.
Shooting not moving this tank's just pointless. That's another thing it can't do. If you stop there, he's not going to stop as well. He's going to break straight through you.
He was never not going to miss you.
So this tank comes up against a lot of things that can't pen it often. And that's like your tier 3s, low tier 3s. You're going to come up against that. Majority of the time, you're going to come up against that. And what we're talking about, you want a tier 7 game just for your reload. Because they can shoot you once and then you've got a bit of reload.
You can't pen stuff.
No, well, it's not, the pen's not bad. It's not bad. 125 mil.
I suppose side on.
Yeah. But it's just getting in positions where, because it's not mobile. It's not like we can pull massive flanking manoeuvres off and completely just get shots in from side. You kind of need to hide away. We're going to show this in this next video we've got coming up. There's like what we're going to do. Does it make silver? A little bit. 34 parts, not bad for a tier 5 tank. There you go. I say it's bad armor, and I'll show you a video where it bought from 1,350. I say most of that with that little tier 3 tank.
Assisted. Wow. You said
blind. I had to literally park in front of him.
Yeah, true.
But helped by the team there. So this last video we've got coming up, I'm going to show you this. You need to hide this tank away. He needs to be hid away. So we're on Redshire. It's tier 6 game.
I quite like this map.
Getting a bit punchy, to be fair.
How do you mean punchy?
Like front row seats to the battle, which is not normally advised in this
I thought you're supposed to hang back.
Well, yeah, you just need to. Well, I'll show you what I mean by getting to the battle, but not getting to the battle. Can we finish that MT25 off? Just
nice one.
So the team's kind of helping me in the fact that they're going straight pit cap circle. It's in counter match, so their team's focused solely in. Oh, this bloody, look at this building. That knackered me straight up. Can we shoot him again?
That reload does really do you, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's not like you're putting a big hole in.
Can't even hit it either.
No, not really.
Ooh, there you go.
228. And this is what I'm talking about. If that guy hadn't come to help me out, he's absolutely shredding me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He's got 3 shots in there before I put 1 in. He's rinsed me for half my hit points in the time it took me to reload. If that other guy in a minute I'd have shot him again and had to shoot him again, he'd have probably killed me. I'd have been killed there by a tier 4 medium tank, easily, comfortably.
That's not good, is it?
No. So you can see the kind of problem you're up against in a SmoothMan.
SmoothMan.
But positioning it right, it's like saying, to have a good game in this, you know what you're thinking at the end of it? Wow. Imagine if I'd have been in a good tank in that position, what I could have done. That's what I feel like would have played. How that went in, I have no idea, but I'll take it.
Fine.
Yeah, I'll take it. You're just thinking, wow, this is terrible. I had a good game. What could I have done if I'd have been in something good, like a Crusader or a T-34 itself in this matchup? I'd have had a really good game.
Are we saying that you can't be a noob in this? No, if you bought it and you're a noob.
I couldn't tell you. You saw the playstyle. How do you play this tank? What's the best way to play it? I have no idea. I have no idea. It's got no qualities. It's not fast, so you're not flanking.
Yeah.
It's not DPMing anybody to help, so you're not going to go for somebody and finish him off quickly.
No.
It's not going to sit there and brawl with anybody.
No.
It's not going to sit on the ridgeline in the bush and spot everybody.
No, but if this happens, you're alright.
Yeah, this is exactly what you need. Like the whole team to be focused on somebody else, and then
look at this. He's rinsing him, man. Rinsing a tier 6. Alright.
Well,
with premium rounds.
I was surprised they were going in. I was surprised even at premium round going at that angle. He's slightly angled to me, but he's just on the right side of straight on, just for him to go in. Look at it. I don't know what's up with my gun, but it always shoots bottom right. Every single shot bottom right.
I'm glad he's pretty close to you, actually. Otherwise, you probably hit his tracks.
I do it a few times, but luckily that's probably why his game was quite half decent, just because that one OI guy there. Other than that, it would have been pretty terrible.
Gun depression, man.
It's at 7 degrees. It's livable with, but it's not bad. It's other things. Tank's only a 33-ton tank as well, so you're not going ramming in this either, because you're not going to win that battle.
No.
Traverse-wise, it's not fast. 30 degrees on its ult.
Okay.
Turret turns quite quick. 39. That's quite sharp.
Great.
But what's the point when you've got an aim time like this?
Yeah,
you can spin that turret all you like at them, but you're not going to be able to snap much shots. We've seen what it's like shooting that move. That's not an option either. So, what do you want to do with it? Where do you take this?
Yeah, that's what I mean. If you like takes into a tier 7 game, I don't quite understand why it's going to be good.
Well, we've seen it. We've got videos in the tier 7 game, and it's just we come up against Tiger 131, and his reload were quicker than mine. He can kill me in 2 shots. I put 1 shot into him and he kills me. He's just not playing cricket. But there you go, 18 shots, 3 kills, 4 assisted.
Yeah.
That's the SmoothMan. That wasn't a great game. As you saw, it's not a great spectacle, and you can tell just how poor that tank is.
You shot some premium rounds. You made some silver.
That's a mastery badge. That wasn't even a great game, and it's enough for a mastery badge.
That OI kind of like helped you DPM, didn't he?
He did his fair share by not even looking at me or shooting me back and just letting me rinse him inside.
Go on, round it up quickly.
I'm going to round it up. It's quite an important stat, this. If you want to sell this tank, the silver value is 864,000. Some people, I believe, may do this with the SmoothMan.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad for a tier 5 tank, and I'm sorry to say, but I think it might happen a lot.
You get a garage slot.
Yeah, you can get your garage slot. I can't see how you could play this with enjoyment and fun, especially as a broken record. I'm going to sound like again. There's no point playing Mercenary Tanks at this point. I don't know if Wargame's got something planned, or they're going to bring some kind of op-out that requires the use of Mercenary Tanks. But at this exact moment in time, I don't see why you'd play a SmoothMan.
No.
Out of all the if I look at tier 5 mediums, if I want to play tier 5 medium, I wouldn't pick this.
No.
I'd take my T-34, M4, Crusader, T-24 Skoda. I'd take any out before I even took M42 Swedish one. I'd even take that thing out before I took this out. No, it's just. I mean, the DPM. We're 1,000 damage per minute.
Why don't they put the other gun on it? They could put the other T-30.
Yeah, if it had the 57mm disc gun, it'd be a lot better.
Yeah.
It still would struggle with its poor view range and its slow hit points.
It wouldn't be OP with that gun.
Because it's a tier 5 medium gun.
Yeah.
What's that, tier 5?
Exactly.
So it's not like rolling around and wrecking things to help, but I'm struggling with plus points. I'm trying to think of one other than the slightly high penetration it's got on its gun. That's about all I can.
Camo looks good on it.
Yeah. Great. That's a great plus point. You can put some nice camo on it. It's sweet as a nut. What's the general rule? It's downfalls. Oh, I can be here all day. View range, hit points, DPM, aim time, accuracy.
I'm just going to say don't
maneuverability. It's just got nothing. It's got nothing.
You've got plenty of other stuff to do rather than this.
Like I said in the review, we've just done. Unless you really like Mercenary Tanks and you're a bit of a collector.
Yeah, exactly.
The SmoothMan, grind it out. Yeah. If you're looking for something fun to play and you're really thinking, which one should I grind out on this tech tree at the minute on Mercenary Tanks? Don't pick this.
No.
There's a lot better Mercenary Tanks out there for you to grind out than this. Don't waste your time. If you could be grinding another one, don't waste it grinding this.
If we had this on a scale of 1 to 10, it'd be like 2 or
2, basically.
I don't want to say 1.
I don't want to keep putting the Mercenary Tanks down because I do enjoy what I say. We just had the sharpshooter one out, and that is a fantastic, brilliant, awesome Mercenary Tank and well worth the grind. This in.
No, so let's call it a wrap then because I want some lunch, man. That's it then, people. Stay tuned for the next exciting Mercenary Tank. Laters.